Lucia from OhioCannabis.com here at the Cannabiz Bootcamp with Miss Tracy, who was our bootcamp leader today.
Hello.
She definitely kept us all laughing today. Thank you so much for coming, Tracy. You had a great presentation, very high energy, and you kept me rolling. It was good. It was good.
I hate going to things and they're like, Bueller.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, stop. Or stuttering or making, I do corny jokes.
I enjoy your corny jokes.
Yeah, I am corny queen, so I can't help but, put my personality in the presentation. So
I couldn't imagine you after a J.
Whoa. Yes, it definitely gets interesting.
Speaking of corn, I know you had a statistic out there, random, that I think of this, but it was an acre of cannabis compared to an acre of corn. I don't remember if you remember okay, you do? So can you tell the folks at home what that is?
So an acre of corn yields about $644 and some change, as opposed to 1,120,000 bone smackaroos. Make it rain. Yes, per acre. So even with all the multi-uses of corn or soybean or even wheat, yeah, marijuana's killing them, slaying them.
Oh, yeah. Which is super exciting for everyone in Ohio who already grows corn. It would be nice for us to switch. I know that you talked about hemp, too, and how it replenishes the soil. Is that right?
It's very sustainable. The actual roots actually cleanses the soil and adds nutrients in it. So it's not like when you chop down a tree, that tree is kind of done. Yeah. Well, hemp, you don't have to use pesticides, herbicides, or any chemicals. It just grows, and it's helpful to the environment. It's just a wonderful thing.
That's definitely what we need in Ohio. I know with all the soybeans, there's been talk that some of the soil isn't as good as quality. I was watching a video the other day that said an apple in the 1930s has a way different nutrient content right now compared to apples in 2016. So I think hemp could definitely save our planet, our health. So thanks for sharing that. I definitely appreciate that.
I love giving out information.
Information, please. Real quick, what got you involved in all this, in the cannabis industry and in teaching?
Well, I really kind of just started out, I'm kind of a nerd. And I love the library. All the libraries where I'm from in St. Louis, they all know me because they're like, and I usually have my own rack of stuff I got my own rack, but I usually have my own rack of stuff that like videos. And so I just started reading it, and I just wanted to find out more. And when I found out, like in 2017, $1 billion in the state of California, that they're expecting to their revenue, right? So, and I'm thinking, if I could just get a slither, if I could get 0.6% of that money, then I could be doing really, really well, because I am not a cubicle girl. I need to find something. So I went out to Oakland to the National Cannabis Industry Association Business Summit and Expo. My goal was just to be the Voices by Tracy. Wherever there's a message to be heard, Voices by Tracy will deliver it. And I wanted to find out more about the industry, and I ended up meeting the lady from Star Mark One, and who's doing the mjtrainingforyou.com, and she was so awesome. And so we interviewed, and then that's how I'm here as a trainer. But initially, I am all about vegan and new you, so eating healthy, alternative treatments and things like that. And so when I found out that the medicinal value of cannabis, I was like, oh, this has got to be good. This is a tie-in. I want my food unfooled around with.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want fresh water. I want healthy living. And,
no Monsanto for us.
See? And that's where I live in Monsanto country. So, that's pretty much it. It was a healthy alternative and something that I believed in, and so I wanted to learn more and know more. So I literally have 30 library books that I have checked out, and some of the titles that we have here for purchase as well. So I'm really excited about it, and I love to continue learning, especially about things that are holistic and healthy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know you said you had some personal experience with an aunt, I believe, Aunt Ida. Is that the correct name? Okay. Would you mind sharing that story?
Sure.
I think it was so moving.
Yeah, thank you. So she's not my official blood aunt, but she is a dear lady to me, and she called me really, really sick. She's been battling chronic pain and things like that for years. She had some type of apparatus in her that was helping her with the pain. So when that had to be removed, of course, if you got morphine in you, you got withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah.
And so she was having extreme nausea. So she asked me if I could help her, if there was if there's cannabis or something like that. And so I gave her what I had, and you could literally see the nausea leaving her body. Her skin brightened up again. She was dull and sullen in the face, and just she was moaning and she was in a lot of pain. And the nausea, she really couldn't walk well, it was coming out of both ends, and she was really, really sick. And just a couple of puffs, she started smiling again, fixed her wig on right, and she's a real jazzy, prideful, she carries herself very classy and late. And so she was back on again, and
awesome.
She was smiling and talking better, and I was like, literally tears were pouring down my eyes, because I was able to provide some help to a loved one. I mean, if you saw somebody that was sick and you could help them, why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Exactly.
And it didn't need a prescription. It just, here, eat this or smoke this. And so, I had to feel the stings in my eyes right now, because every time I tell it, it's such a personal story, but such a true, heartfelt story. I just felt like a hero for a day, just helping her out.
Yeah, I completely understand. And when you told that story during the presentation, I was like, oh,
Clips, talks amongst yourselves.
Right. It's good. And I think that's a part of the industry that a lot of people need to see, the patient side. Because, you have big business, which is great. Everyone loves the fact that we can all make money. But the fact that we can heal each other from a plant that grows is just amazing. So thank you again for sharing that with us. And you were a great presenter, and I hope to see you again in the fall.
Thank you very much. Awesome.
Bye.
Cannabiz Bootcamp.
Bootcamp.